I'm Sophia.
And I'm Kristen. Welcome to Pillow Talk on Hatch Plus, where there's a seat with your name on it. Literally, it's embroidered. It's right here. Sophia, how are you doing? What's up?
I'm doing pretty well. I feel like summer's in full swing. I had like a nice chill week, I feel like, and I'm feeling good tonight. I feel like I've just been having a nice time, like spending time with friends. I got to go to the beach kind of recently, which was nice. I don't do it that often, so
nice.
I'm feeling good.
Oh, that's great. Living summer to the fullest.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you. I have some dates on the calendar marked this week and next week to go to outdoor summer screenings. One of my favorite things to do.
Oh, that'll be fun.
One of the best parts of summer in the city.
Okay, well, in particular, I don't know if maybe the summer screenings are part of this, but I'm curious to hear what your highs and lows are of either today or like the last couple days.
Oh, well, is it okay if I start with my low? Just get it out of the way. You know, the bad news first.
Yeah, I think it's good to start with the low.
All right. I have this sun hat that has been just a miracle for 9 out of 12 months of the year. I wear the sun hat when I go walking. I wear it on the beach. I wear it just tootling around Brooklyn. I love the sun hat. And unfortunately, last week, I lost this hat. But this hat was essentially molded to my head.
Yeah.
You know, when you have certain things like jeans or a hat and they just kind of are shaped like you after a certain time. And then it was gone. I'm like, oh, I lost my hat. I lost it while I was traveling. And so I'm like, okay, that's how my trip's ending. But here's the high. My husband said, you know what? I remember ordering that hat for you. I'm going to go back to the website.
Oh my gosh.
And if the hat still exists, I'm going to hit reorder. And by the time we're home from our trip, I'll try to have the hat waiting for you.
Okay.
And we got home from the trip less than 48 hours later, and my hat was waiting for me, my new hat.
Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That is really great.
I'm just grateful. So that's a high. Yeah. All right. But I want to get to you.
Okay. My highs and lows. What is my low? I want to get my low out of the way as well. I feel like my low is that I've just been getting over a cold, but it's not that bad. It's on the way out. So if I was to reframe that, it could even be a high, but I'm not, because I have a different high, which is that I've just been having fun cooking and it's been really nice. And I feel like I'm like a homesteader. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm someone who's like, and I'm making like my own milk or something.
I'm so self-sufficient. Up next, I'm cobbling shoes. Yeah.
Exactly. It feels like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm weaving my own hat, basically.
I am so impressed. Wow.
But Kristen, I'm excited for this segment. And I hope you are too. I think we're going to try our hand at a little bit of amateur dream interpretation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
So we're going to talk about our dreams and see if we can get to like a new understanding or maybe have some revelations from our conversation around them. So does that sound good to you?
This sounds great, especially because neither you nor I are trained as dream interpreters.
No.
So this is totally, completely just out of our own heads.
Yes. This actually just reminded me of another thing that could be a high, which is I've been trying to get into tarot. Like I started reading a book on like interpreting tarot, which seems to me is like somewhat similar to dream interpretation, just in that it's like there's people who are interested in both of those things. But okay, Kristen, I have a dream that I need to tell you about.
Yes.
It's pretty short and sweet, but basically I had a dream that I was in my apartment. It wasn't quite my apartment. You know that when you're like, I know where I am, but if I really look at everything, it actually doesn't look like my apartment, really. And in my dream, my cats were huge. They'd grown.
When you say big and grown,
like the size of probably like a dinosaur. Like they were huge.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's bananas. Also, New York apartments are not very big. Even the biggest New York apartments are not big enough for dinosaurs.
Yes, this is what I mean when I say it was my apartment, but it was my apartment because my apartment could not house a dinosaur. No matter how much I wish it could not accommodate a dinosaur.
So did you like try to escape your cats? Did you try to like lock yourself in the bathroom or did you stay with the cats and try to calmly talk to them? What did you do?
I know that I was like, this is not right. So I think that I was trying to stay away from them, but I wasn't like sheltering in place. I wasn't like locking myself or barricading myself somewhere, but I think I was more like gingerly trying to avoid them.
One thing that is to a cat's benefit is that it is rather small and cute because
Yes.
then we don't feel threatened by cats because
Yes,
cats have things that are kind of threatening, like claws and
they do.
a will to dominate.
They do. One of my cats in particular has like a will to dominate, a desire, but he's not very good at it. I often, and maybe this is where the dream came from, sometimes I think like, oh my God, it would be so bad if he was big because he would be completely reckless. And I think it would be amusing to him that he could like really like throw his weight around.
All right. So I have some questions about this. It is the situation with your cats in real life one where they're the bosses of the house, or are you the boss of your house? Because this is going to help me interpret your dream a little bit, I think.
That is such a good question. Let me think. One of them, the girl cat, her name is Tux. She's not the boss of the house, but she doesn't even want to be the boss of the house. She's just like, she's happy by herself. My boy cat, the one who I would say if he's big, it would be crazy.
Hmm.
I don't think he's the boss of the house, but I think he has a desire to be the boss of the house.
Got
Because
it.
he's always meowing at doors, and he definitely wishes that he had more ownership over the space. Yeah, so I think he has a desire to be the boss. But at the end of the day, I'm the boss. It's my apartment.
Another question I have for you. How do you feel about your apartment?
I feel positive about my apartment, but sometimes I'm like, I want to move so bad that
Mm,
I'm willing to lay it all on the line.
okay.
Mostly because I want to live by myself. But like I love my apartment. It's really pretty and I don't mind my roommates. So it's not
Okay.
too bad.
Okay. Okay. All right. The reason I'm asking is because a part of me wonders if your dream is saying to you that your cats know, because cats know you, cats know what's in your heart and in your mind. That's the way cats are.
Yes.
I wonder if your cats know that despite being content in your apartment, that maybe you would be happy having a larger apartment at some point. And also, if in your heart you know that the cats are really who you should be beholden to and not to other humans.
That might be true. I think that those are two really good interpretations. I do think that they would like to move somewhere, or they know I'd like to move somewhere too, where they can have full range of the apartment. Because it is like, you just
Mm,
can't go in my roommates' rooms. You're not their cats. You can come in my room. But yeah, they definitely want me to follow their rules. Like the boy cat in particular is like, his rule would be that he can have as much food as he wants whenever he wants it. And he would love if I followed that rule. And there was a time recently where I was like, I felt so busy and I actually felt sad because I felt like I wasn't spending enough time with them. And so maybe that was part of my dream too, is that I was like, I need to be spending more time with them. Otherwise, they'll become huge and they'll destroy my apartment.
All right. So, my interpretation of your dream is you're a really good cat parent and you care a lot about your cats. You want the best for them. You worry about your cats. And maybe knowing that about yourself, you also sometimes think, maybe I give too much to the cats. Maybe I worry about the cats too much. And that's what the dream is saying. That's just my armchair
I think
amateur
that's good.
interpretation. But but
Okay.
I'm gonna consult our Hatch Dream Dictionary.
I'm excited to hear what it says.
All right, so looking up cat in this dream dictionary, This is what it says.
Okay.
To see a cat in your dream symbolizes an independent spirit, feminine sexuality, creativity, and power.
Okay.
It also represents misfortune and bad
Oh
luck.
no.
So the dream may be a metaphor for cattiness or someone who is catty and malicious.
Okay, wow. That kind of turned everything on its head. It made,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say I pray to freaking God it doesn't represent misfortune and bad luck, first of all. And that can't even be true because I have 2 cats and I know that they're representative of actually good fortune and good luck. Thank you very much. I'm having beef with the dream dictionary and the pillow fort that we have. We're not on good terms right now, but
I'm just going to say, I think my interpretation in this particular
I
situation is
agree.
better.
I
Yeah.
agree.
You're just a good cat parent. You're a really good cat parent. That's what
Yes.
this is.
And I think it's different because I have them.
Yes.
Where like this seems like they're like if you're just randomly seeing a cat, this
Yeah.
might be what it means. But I feel more
Yeah.
aligned with your take. But I'm very glad to know all of that.
I like my
So
take better too.
yeah. Okay, so Kristen, I'm very excited to hear what your dream is, and we can get into interpreting it.
Okay, so brace yourself. It's another animal dream.
Okay.
This is a dream I just had a couple of nights ago. So, in the dream, friends and I were on a nature walk and we came across this little farming village.
Hmm.
And there was a fenced area in the village with lots of cute chickens. And we saw that people were coming out to the fenced area and they were fetching the chickens and taking them to another area. And when we followed them, we saw that they were being brought to an attached barn coliseum where they were holding a chicken beauty contest.
Whoa.
And for the contest, each handler dressed in an exact replica costume of the chicken that they were carrying and danced around, then held up their chickens for the judges to assess.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we were relieved, my friends and I, we were initially very worried about these chickens. Are the chickens okay? What's going on here? But we were relieved to learn that no chickens were harmed in this contest or in
Got
the
it.
making of the costumes. And we watched the contest and we cheered for some chickens. We each had our favorites.
Hmm.
And then eventually we went to some other events at this little county fair, events like zip lining, and there was a parachute drop and, other county fair things mixed with some kind of Coney Island things.
Hmm.
And that was the whole dream. We had a good time. We were relieved that the chickens were okay. We were happy we saw a chicken beauty contest.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that was an amazing dream. I feel like you took me on a bit of a journey. Did you have this dream while you were on your long nature walk with your friends?
Oh, yes. So, in a recent episode of the show, we talked about me being on a nature walk for 9 or 10 days in Italy. So, yes, this dream took place during this walk.
Okay. Let me think. Have you had any dreams like this before?
Um,
Anything
I,
similar?
well, I don't think I've ever dreamed of a chicken beauty contest, but I do find chickens to be quite attractive. I
Okay.
will say that. Some of them, like silkies, I think silkies are the ones that have the blue feet. Some of the chickens look quite majestic, like a bantam or whatnot. And
Hmm.
so, yeah, I do think a chicken can be quite a handsome bird. And I like birds in general. I'm one of those people who will be in the park and be like, "Oh, look at that nuthatch." I'm
Okay,
that
okay.
person.
Okay,
So
so you're a bird person.
I'm a little bit of a bird person, and chickens are quite interesting in the bird universe.
Yeah. I'm particularly interested in the part where the people dress up like the chickens and dance around them. I feel like
Yeah.
that is the part that is so interesting to me. I'm wondering, I'm like, have you been wanting to perform? Have you been wanting to see a performance? Like it's a pageant. There's pageantry to it.
Yes, there is pageantry to it. And I'm trying to think, like, what situation would I want to dress up as a chicken in? Oh my God, you know what? There was an episode of The Golden Girls back in the day
Hmm.
where the girls dress up as chickens.
Okay.
I wonder if maybe there was something in my memory that was thinking about that.
Should we consult the dream dictionary that we have in here and see what birds symbolize? I could look. Okay, so it's saying that birds in dreams are often symbolic of freedom, spirituality, and new beginnings. And I just want to say that is so much more succinct and even more positive than the cat thing that we read.
I agree. Like, who's in charge of this dictionary? Come on.
Okay,
Ugh.
let me see. Chickens. Chickens also represent excessive chatter and gossip. That's a good one. Oh, listen closely to what people might be saying about you or what you are saying about others. Ooh, okay.
Okay, just a second. The cats were about cattiness and the chickens are about chatter. Whoever wrote this dictionary thinks that we're all saying catty things about each other, huh?
Yeah, and it's it is also quite literal because the chickens are balking.
They do a lot of talking. Yeah.
I mean, the freedom part makes sense because you had this dream while you were on your trip. You're like experiencing freedom, having a vacation, doing what you want, freedom of time, having fun with your friends, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
Something about the beauty pageant part is so specific to me that it doesn't really feel like the birds were that free, right? The birds were kind of part of this larger show.
Yes, they were.
Did they look happy, do you feel like?
I mean, like I said, we were just relieved that no chickens were harmed in the contest because we were a little bit concerned about that.
Okay.
But no chickens were harmed. The chickens seemed to be okay. And as much as I love birds, they're kind of not very smart.
Yeah.
And so the chickens may not have even realized they were in a beauty contest. They may not have felt objectified in the slightest.
Yeah.
So they may have just thought like, oh, a human is holding me right now.
Okay, so they could have been excited.
Oh, hold on. I just thought of something. Have you ever been to a state fair or a county fair?
Yeah, I grew up in Oregon, so we'd go to fairs sometimes.
So you know how some of those contests where people win a blue ribbon for their milking cow because their cow is not just got a big udder, but is a very attractive cow? I think the cow is judged on all sorts of factors, including how good looking it is.
Yeah.
Maybe this dream I had wasn't that far off, and maybe it was just saying, it's fair season.
Yeah, it might. Look, that could be it. I think that's a fair interpretation, but it is fair season.
It is fair season. And we have been talking about how much we love summer and all the good things that come with summer. So maybe this is just one more thing that my subconscious is thinking about. It's fair season.
Yeah.
And I do admit I like fair season. I like the silly foods that are deep fried on a stick.
Me too.
I like seeing animals up close, and the people watching is one of the best parts of going to a fair to me.
So maybe you'll just have to get to a fair this summer to live out your dream.
I think so. Ideally a fair with a chicken beauty contest.
Yes, you'll have to find that. Well, Kristen, I'm getting pretty sleepy, so I think I got to turn in.
I am going to follow suit, and I hope that tonight we have good dreams about chickens and about cats and about spacious apartments, and that none of it is catty. I don't think any of it will be.
Me too.
Good night, Sophia.
Good night, Kristen.